Right? We the Hebrew Israelites, we come out week in, week out, and preach the downfall of this wicked kingdom called the daughter of Babylon, aka America. And there's people on the sign that's promised salvation in the Bible. And I'll read it off the chart. Judah, the so-called Negroes. Benjamin, the so-called West Indians. Levi, the Haitians. Simeon, the Dominicans. Zebulon, Guatemala to Panama. Ephraim, the Puerto Ricans. Manasseh, the Cubans. Gad, the North American Indians. Reuben, the Seminole Indians. Naphtali, Argentina and Chile. Asher, Colombia to Uruguay. And Issachar, the so-called Mexicans. All right? These are the people that society has forgot about, but is promised in this Bible of salvation. All right? The people that society calls Cherokee, Choctaw, Mexican, African American, Negroes. These are the true Hebrew Israelites of the Bible, and only the Hebrew Israelites were promised salvation according to the scriptures. All right? We saw a lot of things happening in this world right now, and in America right now that point us to the end. All right? All over the news today that they had the so-called the microchip, which is the mark of the beast. All right? According to Revelation. All right? Which is an incision in your hand or your forehead. Really, it could be anywhere. All right? But that word is called charagma, which is an incision. All right? Salaki, let's get this going. And this has been plastered all over the news. All right? All about this a company that has okayed employees, all right, a tech company so-called, that's employed their allowed their companies, their employees rather, to take the mark, all right? But we were taught from the Apostle Elder's great millstone, from Apostle Elder Tahar on down, that what that is that's the mark of the beast, okay? So now it's becoming mainstream. It's everywhere. Lots of people are like, you know, it's not that big of a deal. It's cool to be able to go to my car and it just starts. I don't need my keys. I just press the button. I don't need a key. All right? Or I can gain access into, you know, my work. All right? Enter to my home. All right? Don't need keys. All right? By waving my hand basically opens the locks. All right? And then they're gonna, more than likely, they're probably gonna make it seem more fashion forward. All right? People are gonna start saying, you know what, celebrities are gonna start endorsing this chip. They're gonna start saying, hey, you know what, this is the new thing. Forget cash, forget credit card, now I got the chip. But in the scriptures, that microchip is the mark of the beast, all right? And in the scriptures, it says that no man can buy nor sell without that mark. So it's all plastered all over the news, okay, today, about how it's hit America, mainstream America so far, okay? But we are not, paraphrasing, we are not void of Satan's devices. We know that there's a time's gonna come when there's gonna be a mass hysteria on this planet. We know that it's just gonna be absolute mayhem. People won't know which way is up. Economies will crash. All right? Even gold and silver won't be of any use. People say, well, I'm going to prepare, those doomsday preppers, I'm going to go ahead and prepare for apocalypse or some type of day. But you can't prepare for this. The only way you can prepare is if you hide yourself, all right, with the Most High. All right, you hide yourself. You get into these scriptures, and the scripture says knowledge and stability will be knowledge and wisdom. Salaki will be the stability of that time. All right. This is Psalms chapter 91. This is one of my favorite scriptures. It says, "He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty." Okay, so basically in these scriptures is where you're going to find comfort in madness that's going on today. And the only people that are promised salvation are these people on the side, the so-called Native Americans, Hispanics, and Negroes, according to the scriptures. All right? So if you dwell in the secret place is in these scriptures. All right? The Bible is a book full of parables, dark sayings, all right? And they're secrets, they're hidden. And the only ones that can understand these messages are the hopeful elect, or the people that the Most High has set up, all right? We get that in the scriptures. This is Deuteronomy chapter 29, verse 29. It says, "The secret things belong unto the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, but those things which are revealed belong unto us and to our children forever, that we may do all the words of the law." All right? So right here, it says the secret things belong unto the Most High's children, and only them. All right? So the people that are going around acting as if everyone can understand this Bible, it's not true. Because the scriptures say that the only ones that can understand the Bible are the ones that understand the words, that obey the words of the law. And the scripture says, if you say you love the Lord and you do not his commandments, you are a liar. You know, so a lot of people tell you, "Hey, God bless you. Keep it up. Good job. I love God." But you are a liar if you don't keep the law, statutes, and commandments, all right? It's plain out in this book. Plain and simple. All right? So, we submerge ourselves into the scriptures. We submerge ourselves into knowing what the Most High has planned and knowing what he's got in store for his people. When all hell breaks loose, when there's no satellite, TV, and no internet, no whatever, at least we will know, the hopeful elect, exactly what's going on and what's prophesied in these scriptures. What a day that'll be, all right? But madness is going on in the face of the earth now. It's wild. You had just a little while ago, you had the Indian, in the Indian Ocean, the training exercise, Japan and the United States and India, they're all lined up in the Indian Ocean with the military presence. All right? And China didn't like it because what happened? China wants to be able to control a lot of different things. It likes to be a superpower, and it doesn't like the aspect of other people joining in and boasting and bragging about their military might. All right, so we seen earlier today that the United States lick off shots in the as far as in their naval, I believe their naval fleet. There's one of the ships, I believe, fired shots to our Iranian vessel because they responded to the Iranian vessel, or they called out to it and it didn't respond back. So we see how, once again, how the United States is showing that, listen, we're the bullies. We're the only ones that could bully and could take our frustrations out on other countries. So they fired shots on the Iranian ships, okay? You have all kind of madness happening where the U.S. is showing its might. You get Jared Kushner, the son of the son-in-law of Donald Trump, the president. He's in there right now for collusion with the so-called Russian government. All right. Now they're trying to find out, why did you meet with the Russian government for? Is it to fix the election? Is it for some type of dirt on any of the campaign people you were up against? We don't know why all this madness, or the people don't know why all this madness has been taking place, all right, in the world. But the true people, all right, the true Israelites, we know why. We know exactly what's happening because it's prophesied in these scriptures. But to the rest of the people, you pork chop pastors, you Bible thumpers, so-called, holy rollers, tongue-talking, spirit-filled, serpent-grabbing, y'all don't know what y'all talking about, all right? Y'all are in it to make money and to rob people, all right? And to sell them a dream. You're just selling them a fantasy that doesn't exist. But how hypocritical is this? When we tell people that the only people that has a chance of salvation is the so-called Native American, Hispanic, and Negroes, and that the Edomites and other nations are going to go into slavery and going to be our slaves, then they have a problem. But if you tell them anything about, but let them tell you a story about what they think about hell. They think that hell is a man, the devil's a man with a pitchfork and a red suit, and he's going to poke him in a lake of fire, and they're going to burn forever. Well, that's cruel and unusual punishment. But you don't read the scriptures and know that these people here, the so-called Native American and Hispanic and Negroes, that we are the true people of the Most High. All right? And we had to drink a cup of trembling. All right? We had to drink a cup of slavery and punishment. But that cup will be passed along to you other nations. All right? So, we don't care, we don't seem fazed about anything that people say, and they want to talk about, hey, look, what y'all talking about, the white, so-called white man can make it. All right? You can, everybody can get into heaven. All right? Heaven and hell is a condition. All right? Hell is what we're going through right now on this earth. The Native Americans, Hispanic, and Negroes are going through that hell right now. But according to the scriptures, that's going to be passed down to you other nations. All right? And the so-called white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of. All right? His true nationality is called Esau or Edom. He's red in his features, where his blood shows through his skin. All right? And there's no escape for the so-called white man according to the scriptures. All right? They have to pay for the raping, the robbing, and the murdering of our ancestors. All right? Our We are the true Hebrew Israelites, and the scripture says, touch not a hair on the anointed's head. And we had many hairs that was touched on our head. Raped, robbed, murdered, our land taken from us, our dignity stolen. All right? And what do? They act as if, well, I didn't do it. I ain't got nothing to worry about. But you do got something to worry about. And your judgment and your time is coming. Thus saith Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. All right? This is Hosea chapter 1, verse 10. Yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured nor numbered. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, ye are not my people, there it is, there it shall be said unto them, ye are the sons of the living power. All right, so this is the place where they've got all different names and things that they want to call us, everything except the children of the Most High. Okay?